Video of a controversial incident now at the center of an internal police investigation in Royal Oak.
That video is going viral, and the person narrating it claims police questioned a black man after a white woman said he looked at her suspiciously.
Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In case you're new here, my name is Maren.
And I'm Maureen.
Right. So in today's episode, we came across a video on the internet that left us quite shocked, of a black man in Michigan who was arrested simply for looking at a white woman.
Right, and this is why we usually say white women tears are the most dangerous thing that can ever happen to the black community. Why am I saying this? In today's episode, we're going to be looking at a couple of videos where white and racist Karens almost got black people arrested for the most minor things that they did.
Right, and guys, when they say that racism does not exist in America, I feel like these are the perfect example. And when you thought that Emmett Till was a long time ago, there's a perfect example here of Emmett Tills of today's society that are still happening. Let's watch and then we come back and talk about it. You can let us know your thoughts and opinion on the comment section. Also consider subscribing if it's your first time here. Let's watch and then we come back to the commentaries.
Video of a controversial incident now at the center of an internal police investigation in Royal Oak.
That video is going viral, and the person narrating it claims police questioned a black man after a white woman said he looked at her suspiciously.
7 Action News reporter Brian Abel is live outside the In-Season Cafe where this all happened. Brian, fill us in.
Carolyn, an employee inside tells me they've been getting calls on this all day. Why? Because it happened right here as a man was supposedly walking inside across the street to grab a bite to eat. That man in the video going as far to say that Royal Oak should have a warning sign, don't stare too long. This Facebook Live video now going viral.
I am in Royal Oak, Michigan. I was going to the CVS over here when this young man is stopped, because a Caucasian lady said that he looked at her suspiciously, and he has been pulled over walking to go to eat by 2 police officers for suspicion of being black.
The person who shot the video and narrates claiming that the woman who was looked at and called police watching the questioning from her white car across the street. The man being questioned, who says he was walking into In-Season Cafe at 4th and Knowles, even apologizing to officers.
I'm sorry for wasting you guys' time.
The man,
How old are you?
I'm only 20 years old, man.
seemingly growing irritated as the questioning drags on.
I need to make that like a warning sign for you. Look, don't stare too long because
No, don't be black and stare.
4 minutes into the video, more officers arrive.
This is stripping right here. I don't believe this. Hello.
The man then allowed to go.
He's just walking down the street to meet his girlfriend at a restaurant. This is the restaurant owner. He's free to go. Woohoo!
An officer telling witnesses this.
I mean, I don't understand the big deal. We had to respond, right? We had to respond.
The restaurant's general manager in response.
If that were me walking across the street and walking in, this would not be happening because I was looking at her while I was trying to park.
Now, the restaurant did comp the man's meal after another customer inside offered to pay. As for Royal Oak Police, they declined our request for an interview, as well as declining to provide any information on this whatsoever, other than confirming that internal investigation tonight.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking a picture and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
There is an African-American man. I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately.
I filmed her because she started to play race tricks that endangered both my husband and my children.
Shocking. A white woman from New Jersey continuously harassed her black neighbor and threatened to call the police. At noon on Monday, the Hyatt couple were laying the patio in their home when a woman suddenly burst into their house and demanded to see his permit.
Because you're attorneys, you know what to do.
Fried and Narinda Hyatt are both lawyers, and they know that installing a stone courtyard doesn't require a license. But when they didn't answer her question, she chose to call the police and lied that they had beaten her.
No, I watched it.
They're saying he didn't.
I didn't put my hands on you.
Melinda said that this situation has been going on for 2 years. Starting from the color of the light in their backyard, the neighbors have been bothering them all the time.
If the police had come here and overreacted, I could have been dead.
When the Montclair police showed up, they pointed out Susan's false accusations and asked the Hayats if they wanted to sue Susan for making a false report. But the kind Hayat couple did not choose to pursue the matter.
We don't want to wage war with our neighbors. We just want to be on our patio in quarantine backyard and, be.
I felt so uncomfortable, ma'am. I left my basket there. I proceeded to walk out.
But Brian says she followed him outside, accusing him publicly of stealing her son's phone. He says he tried to get to his car, but she stayed with him. He agreed to stay until the police came. He believes the woman racially profiled him because there was no evidence he stole the phone.
My only reason why I said I'll stay here with her, because I didn't want to leave, been in the same scenario and I've left and been accused of the one stealing something. So I stayed.
Brian says he walked back into Walmart with the woman to report the harassment.
She accused me of stealing the phone.
Minutes later, her son walked up with the phone in his hand. He apparently found it in the car. Brian says he was hoping for an apology, but she responded with an expletive.
For her child to be right there, that would have taught him a lesson. I don't care if she was sincere or not. The bigger lesson would have been for her kid, and I would have praised God that he would be able to see his mother set a good example and for him to learn. The message I want to send to people is do not let this slide. Don't be scared to do what's right.
What? What? What?
She was on the phone with 911. If you were a 911 operator and a woman called you and said that a black male was there threatening her and then started reacting like that, what would you think was going on? What would you think was happening to that woman in that moment? And you may see that and be like, well, what did he do? What did he say? He called her rude. That's what he did. That was the extent of the interaction before she threatened to call police and tell them that he threatened her. And as proof, I showed you the second half of the video first. Let me show you how she was behaving literally 1 minute before that.
She is on the phone with 911 right now.
She said I'm rude and he's just threatening me
Look,
right now.
look at her. She said I just threatened her. What threat? What threat did I make towards you?
I'm Elizabeth.
What threat did I make towards you, ma'am? Huh? This is crazy. I've never. I already knew what it was when I first got here.
From what I've seen, that woman is Asian, but her tears are all white. That is 101 out of the playbook of white woman tears. And shit like that leads to shit like this. She is a person of color, living the American dream. And apparently, that includes weaponizing the police against a black man. I saw that and I was super concerned because he hadn't posted any video after that. And I didn't know if he had posted that one before police arrived. Fortunately, he was in the comments saying he was okay. But you heard that. That could have gone very, very wrong for him.
Call Will again. We got a call. People in traffic that said they heard somebody banging in the trunk.
There's the body.
And there it is. That's pretty sweet. How much did it cost to get all that put in there?
Not too much.
Not too much.
Yeah, right. Looks good though, man. I like the.
Yeah.
What year is it? 75. Hard to find right there.
How many amps you got running?
I got one on the floor, well, two on the floor, two on the inside.
You here for the Florida Classic?
Yeah. Well, I live well. We go ahead.
Oh, okay. Nice. That's awesome.
Oh, I know. We pulled up and I'm literally hearing it. What vehicle they're calling in, and we're like,
yeah.
It's probably
we know what that is.
Yeah.
We know what that is.
I appreciate it, man.
All right. Yeah, but you gotta check it out. You never know.
Yeah, you're right,
You
man.
never know.
All right.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate you, man.
All right. Good luck. Take care.
All right.
We have an indisputable news exclusive. What if I told you a man goes to work early, early. And the manager calls the police on him because he is at work early. I kid you not. That is the allegation. Here's the video.
I'm here at Applebee's restaurant. Got the manager here. I never heard nothing like this in my life, y'all. This lady is upset with me because I come to work early. Now, mind you, I'm scheduled to come at 8:30. Now, I work here at Applebee's in Picayune, Mississippi on Memorial Boulevard. Now, this is what she do. Now, she gets upset with me because I come to work early. She got a problem with me. Now, she won't let me in the restaurant, tell me I can't come in until my schedule. Now, they got people, mind you now, they got folks that have to be scheduled to come to work at 5 o'clock. They come to work 4 o'clock. They go right in the restaurant. This is what she do. She let the white guy in there, and she won't let me in there. And I know why. Because she is prejudiced. Not only that, she didn't call the police on me. And I work here because I come to work early. I want y'all to see this here. This lady didn't literally call the police on me because I come to work early. Even though I never in my life ever heard of something like this. And now, mind you now, I'm in the state of Mississippi where there ain't nothing but prejudice and a racist state. But I may have been born here, but I have not been raised here. So I know when I see prejudice or racist because I recognize it. And when I see it, I'm going to let them know I see it. Now, look what she did. Here, I work here. An employee here, this lady didn't call the police on me because I have come to work early.
This man is in Picayune, Mississippi. Here's what happened when the police arrived.
And this lady right here, I got a problem with her because I come to work early. She's a manager. Now she let the she let the white guy in. I'm upset, man. I got a right to be upset. Now they got people come to work here early and they go in the restaurant. The people don't say nothing. And I come here early all the time. The general manager let me up in here and don't say nothing. I called and he let me up in here. She ain't no general manager.
There ain't no reason for us to be together.
I ain't steal nothing out the restaurant. I ain't disrespect nobody, y'all. I ain't use no profanity when I'm talking to them or nothing like that. But see, I know what time it is. This lady's straight up racist. It's because she called the police because she want me to go to jail. She don't want me here. Because she know and then in that mind on that, I'm going to call corporate and tell corporate. Corporate don't tolerate this mess.
So here's the deal. All right. So what your manager just explained to me is that they don't want you to work today just because of how you are right now. So what they want you to do is just leave the property until further notice, okay?
Now see, look, y'all, they want me to leave the property. I come to work early. The police tell me to leave the property because I come here because I came to work early.
A black man was kicked off a train and arrested because a white woman didn't like the way he was sitting.
This white woman said she didn't like the way I was sitting on the train. So you call the police. You call the police to arrest the one black dude on the train. I haven't done anything illegal.
That man being arrested is Alex O'Keefe. He's an award-winning television writer known for his work on The Bear. He says that while riding a Metro North train from New York City to Connecticut, an older white woman targeted him because of his skin color.
I said, "Oh, how am I sitting wrong?" She says, "You're taking up 2 seats." I said, "I'm not taking up 2 seats, and we have a completely empty train." The old woman who had originally reported my sitting posture was sitting next to 2 other ladies, and one of the ladies leaned into me and she said, "You're not the minority anymore."
O'Keefe says officers didn't ask questions or speak to other passengers. They just handcuffed him and pulled him off the train.
I was sitting on a train and you're trying to arrest me for what? Can I not even know what you're trying to arrest me for?
He was later released without charges.
And to which I'm saying, which I usually say a lot in this show, right? I really thank God for the power of the internet, and I also really thank God for the power of technology, because with how this woman was reacting, much like her counterparts, who would believe this man when they come to arrest him and he doesn't have video evidence of how this woman was overreacting over something he didn't even do?
Let's just say white women never changed. They just became the better version of their ancestors, yeah? Because if in the 20th century, in the 21st century, these things are still happening, and it's quite unbelievable. There's even another story there where a black man reported to work early, and he was early by, I think, 30 minutes, which is not bad. Actually, that is something that should be applauded, you know, but applauded. But his manager, who happens to be a white woman, ended up calling the police on him. Did he threaten her? No. Did she feel unsafe with him? No. Why did she call the police on him? I feel like because of her biased, point of view, and because he's not the same color as her, you know. And it's quite sad that like America right now belongs to everybody in it who's a legal citizen, right? And black Americans have a great part of history in America, and as such everybody should be treated like an equal citizen. But that is not happening because of the society and of the systems that they put forward that diminish black people. And these are the clear examples. Thank God some of these officers arrived on scene and saw the case for exactly what it was, you know.
Right. And to some degree, I usually say the black community usually lets a lot slide, especially in situations where they should sue just to simply prove or pass along a point,
and
you know,
teach a lesson.
And teach a lesson. Why am I saying this? The next case where the woman called the police on her neighbors who happened to be lawyers for simply sitting outside of their house, you know, where it was
sitting outside, or they were trying to put up something, I don't know, a stone or what, which she claimed they needed permission for, but because they're lawyers, they knew they didn't need permission for any of that, you know.
Right. And I'm just asking myself, why don't such kind of white people
mind their karma?
Right. And also, why don't they just mind their business instead of poking their noses where they're not needed, you know? And for the black counterparts, why don't you sue such people? Because this neighbor wants to say she won't ever target them again because they didn't press charges and put her in her place.
Right. Some people need to learn a lesson. And it's just the same way how the internet normally calls out women who normally accuse men of, you know, essaying them. And you find out that it's a false accusation. And they say that there needs to be consequences for such women so that they can go and serve the same time they put the men through, you know. I say the same thing for this one. If you call the cops on somebody for something wrong, they need to charge you for that. I feel like these are the kind of actions
you need to pay a fine to the city and a penalty to the person you accused wrongly.
And those ones are lawyers. I feel like that would have been a very, very easy case, you know. So when somebody says that racism does not exist in America, that this is 2025, these things don't happen, these are perfect examples, you know.
Yeah, because these are all isolated incidences, and this just goes to show that no matter how much of a perfect image the media tries to sell America, the internet comes with very, very strong videos that suggest otherwise, you know.
Right. So guys, I don't know what you have to say about this, but let us know. And if a white person is oblivious to this or just blissfully ignorant, I wish you could share these videos to just show it's not that the black community likes complaining a lot. These things are really happening, and it's affecting real people with daily lives that they need to protect from white women. You know, there was another very recent case that went viral about the famous writer who was arrested on a train just simply because an old white woman didn't like the way he was sitting, you know. And I'm like, these things keep happening because even the white women themselves know they have this kind of power, you know. It's like when you're sitting in a restaurant with a white woman. There's a video I saw, I don't know if it was a skit or it was really, you know, where a black guy had a white girlfriend and they went out to eat, right? And she was just being annoying and abusive towards him, and he was trying trying to make her stop, and she was like, don't do that because, if I call the police, who they are going to listen to. So they know these things, it's not like it's not a common knowledge amongst them. They do know these things, and when they deny it, it's just simply because they don't want to say it out loud, but they know. That is why they cry every time, even unprovoked,
Right.
Just the ability to dramatize something, the ability to just take your phone and start crying literally unprovoked and say that somebody has done something they have not done to you is just diabolical to me,
Right. So guys, let us know what you think about this episode. Also consider subscribing if you're new to our channel, and we'll see you on our next episode.